All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down, Kaiser. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. That's Beck. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On play action, Kaiser. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And connecting here with DJ Shark. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So 4 plays, Charles, all passes here on the opening drive and already in the red zone.
And even if you're planning for them to throw the football a lot, on the opening drive, if they go 4 for 4 on you, you're off balance on defense. I've been there before. And part of you keeps thinking, they've got to run it at some point, right? They've got them really mixed up at this point. If I were them, I'd keep pressing the advantage. They're throwing it really well.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Kaiser now.
He has elite instincts from his...
And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Deshaun Kaiser hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Eluding the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chambers. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Throw left side complete. That's Chambers. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Flex round. Flex round.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed. And they really...
And the first play will be a field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ohio!
Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Sheldon Rankins breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Play fake. Kaiser. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. From the gun, Kaiser. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Off the play fake, Kaiser. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Trying to improvise. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Now a delay. This is the fullback. It's Frosch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Ohio! Ohio!
They'll try to throw here. Kaiser. It's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
4 down. Let's go. White, 90. White, 90.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Ohio.
Looking to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken from just outside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Lambeau will put this one through. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Look at the spin. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moved.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Coleman now. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38!
This is Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Come on, let's go!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Hines. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tough 1st half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll look to throw here. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Well, they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree
you're
totally.
The guy.
I agree totally. And in the NFL...
Right back to him on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 30 yards there. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They run a draw here on second down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every...
And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Deshaun Kaiser with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Come on, let's go!
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, a 360. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. In for the score. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Out of the gun now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Come on, let's go!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal.
Flex round! Flex round!
And they're throwing here. Kaiser, his pass caught at the 4. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A gain of 32 that time.
Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.